Group 2. Child stars on Twitter. Examining child stars' Twitter usage and interaction in relation to their popularity. Our content analysis examined the question for all child stars, what is the relationship between their Twitter popularity and their profession? A huge part of our world today is social media and the impact that it has on society as a whole. Twitter is one of many social media sites that is used today. Twitter was created in March of 2006. In our content analysis, we observed relationships between various child stars' Twitter activity, tweet content, and their interaction with fans and other celebrities. We completed an analysis of child stars and the relationship between their Twitter popularity and their profession. More specifically, we also observed the tweet content of child stars' tweets in relation to their Twitter popularity. These are our 10 hypotheses.
Child stars for our study were chosen from the list. Here it is, the full list of 100 greatest kid stars from Bieber to Bow Wow. The list was published in December 2012 on VH1.com. Let's take a look at one specific child star from this list. For example, Britney Spears. This is a recent tweet from Britney Spears on December 2nd, 2013 at 9:38 p.m. Let's go through the process of how we coded our data.
First, I would put a 5 in the coder column because that was my assigned number. Next, we would list the tweet number in the tweet number column. If this was the first tweet we coded for, this would be labeled with a 1. Our tweet numbers ranged from 1 to 1007. The next column is tweet order. If this was the first tweet for Britney Spears, we would label with a 0. If we were to continue to gather tweets from Britney Spears, we would put a 1 in this column to signify that it was the 10th tweet from the most recent tweet. We continued this labeling process until we gathered 18 tweets per celebrity. The next column is child star. Britney Spears was assigned a 5 because she was the 5th child star that was taken from our list. We would then fill out the date and time that corresponds with this tweet. This tweet was published on December 2nd, 2013 at 9:38 p.m. The next column is tweet content. Here's where we specified whether the tweet was related to their profession or if it was unrelated to their profession. We would classify this tweet relating to their profession, so we would put a 1. If this was a tweet not related to their profession, we would put a 2. Next, we would see if this tweet is a retweet of someone else's tweet by the child star. It is not, so therefore we would put a 2. If this was a retweet of someone else's tweet by a child star, I would put a 1. The next two variables we looked at were the number of favorites and the number of retweets. For this tweet, Brittany received 3,670 favorites and 2,121 retweets. Then we looked to see if there were a fan mention in this tweet. We considered any tweeter who was not verified with a blue check to be a fan. So in this instance, there would be no fan mention since The Ellen Show did have a verified Twitter account. Therefore, we would put a 2 in this column to represent that it is a celebrity. If this was not a celebrity and in fact a fan mention, we would put a 1. The next variable we looked at was if the tweet contained a picture. This tweet does contain a picture, so we would put a 1. If the tweet did not contain a picture, we would put a 2. We then looked to see if the tweet contained a hashtag. This tweet does not contain a hashtag, so therefore we put a 2. If this tweet does contain a hashtag, we would put a 1. If there was a hashtag and it did not relate to the child star's profession, we put a 2. As stated earlier, since The Ellen Show is a verified Twitter account, we would consider this a celebrity. Therefore, we would label this with a 1 in the celebrity interaction column. If the individual mentioned was not a celebrity, we would put a 2. The last variable we looked at was whether the tweet included a link to a website. This tweet does not include a link, so we would put a 2. If this tweet did include a link, we would put a 1. Half of our hypotheses were supported through our research. Our third hypothesis was supported. showing the relationship between fan mentions and the number of favorites. Our fourth hypothesis was supported, showing the relationship between child star's tweet with a fan mention and the number of retweets. Our fifth hypothesis was supported, showing the relationship between tweet content with a picture and number of favorites. Our sixth hypothesis was supported, showing the relationship between tweet content and hashtag content. If the tweet was related to the child star's profession, the hashtag content was related to the child star's profession. If the child star's tweet was not related to the child star's profession, the hashtag content was not related to the child star's profession. In general, we found that if a child star's tweet did not include a fan mention, it was likely that it would receive more attention from followers, whether or not it was a tweet related to that specific child star's profession or personal life.